Hi, I'm Consuelo from Consuelo, Viola's daughter. How are you? How's everybody doing? Welcome back, my subscribers, and welcome back, my new subscribers. You're really appreciated, and I'm glad that you're here to be with me. If you would do me a favor and smash that like button underneath the video, I appreciate it very much too. You also can share, comment, and subscribe. And subscribing is easy. Just hit that subscribe word, hit the bell, the full bell that says all, and you'll get notifications when I'm going to be on with a new video or quick comment. And I appreciate it very much. And I'm going to make a very quick video. I only have a couple of FOs, finished objects, to show you. And I thought maybe you might like to see it. It's by my friend Ursala from OMGranny Squares. She's also has a channel. The channel name is OMGranny Squares. I think it's crochet too after that. But she had a pattern, and I think I talked to you in the previous episode about I was working on it. Then I made an episode showing you me blocking it. And so I wanted to show you after the blocking and what happens to it. But then I made another one out of a totally different yarn material. So it came out a little different. And then I ended up playing yarn chicken with it, which is I ran out of yarn before I really finished everything I wanted to do to it. But it really looks good without the extra fringe on it. So I think I'm going to leave it the way it is, because it's kind of a casual color. It's a copper color. But I'll show you the first one, which is the one I did following her pattern. It's right here. Let me just get it. And this is it. And let me take it off the hanger. And this is it after I blocked it. So it came out a little bit bigger, not much bigger. But it's well, my shoulder span is what, 5? It's usually your height is your shoulder, your wingspan. We don't have wings, but you know what I mean. Your height is 5, so mine is 5.5, almost 6 feet, almost. So this is it after I blocked it. Came out, it opened up a little bit. If you look at my older ones, you'll probably see that the yarn, the holes weren't as large. And I don't over stretch my material. You can, but I like it to be more natural, the natural texture that the fiber has. So I don't want to stretch it too much. But you can. But it's not going to make it so much bigger. So this is the one that I did following Ursula's suggestion. She gives you a suggestion of types of yarn to use. Did I say the patterns on Ravelry? And with it, you get a tutorial. So if you want to use the written one, or you want to use her, just her, her chart and the written one, you can. Or you can have the video. So this is the yarn I used. I think I showed you this before. It's Red Heart. It's a wrap. It's a really fine, it's a number 2. And you get this whole one cake makes that shawl. You don't need anything else. It's got 650 yards on it. And that one ball. And they tell you to use the number 5. Oh, it's 623 yards, which in meters it's 570. And the color I used was sea glass. I keep wanting to say sea grass, but it's glass, which is pretty stone in himself. In fact, I have some sea glass. I have sea glass here. You see the sea glass? I make jewelry out of sea glass, and this is it. So you can see where they came up with that coloring, because it can come out to be teal and blue. Maybe that's why I picked this color too, because I do like sea glass. I've made a lot of jewelry out of it. And it's really thin though. If you don't like thin yarn, it's not too thin to work with, but it is only 4 separate strands. So for some, I guess maybe, but you can do, let me clarify that. You can do this in a 4. Of course, you'd have to change your hook size. It'll come out bigger, so you might have to hold back on how many rows you do. You don't have to do as many rows unless you want it to be longer. But I would think if you change your hook size and the thickness of the yarn, you're going to end up with a bigger shawl. You know, smaller hook and thinner yarn, it comes out smaller. So if you go up in yarn and hook, which you'd have to go on the hook size, because I think, well, it's a 5. They tell you to use a 5mm. So you actually can use, well, they tell you to use a 4mm on here. I used a 4.5. So you could use a 5mm with 4 weight yarn. It'll be a little tighter and it won't get so big. So then you wouldn't have to worry about the sizing. And then, because I like this so much, but I bought 2 the same color, so I probably wouldn't make 2 shawls the same color. I went and I found some other yarn that I had in my stash. It's a 3. And it was from Ursala. And you know, it's that type of string yarn that comes on. This is all I have left. It's the string that we use in crocheting. And let's see, it comes out with, it's a size 3 cotton thread, 50 grams or 125 meters. In yards, that's 136 yards. So, and like I said, you need the same size hook. You need a, it says a F. What's a F? 4.5? F, G, E, F, G, H. That makes it a 4. It's a 4mm hook. I think I used a, I think I used the bigger one. I used the 5 though, because I wanted it to be open. So I wanted to open loose weave, so I used the 5 hook. And this is all I have left. I used 5 of these. No, I used 6 of these. And out of the 6, I only have this much left. And like I said, I was playing yarn chicken. This is not enough to make a fringe, so I stopped before I made the fringe. And let me show you what I'm talking about. This is it. I finished blocking it. And it's the same pattern. I didn't change anything. I used the same number of rows. Other than bigger, I used the bigger hook, only because I wanted it to be more open and more lacy. And hold on a second and I'll show you how it looks on me. I'll step out of the camera though. You don't want to see all of that. So. I actually don't have the right color on for this scarf, but I don't know. Any color looks good with it, I think. Let me move my chair out of the way so I can step back further. And you can see how far it drapes. And as you can see, you could use it as a shawl. It's long enough for a summer shawl over a sundress. Or you could could wrap it. You could wrap it and wear it like a under your coat or with your coat or a suit jacket. It's not too big. Maybe you want to turn it this way. You know, so many ways to tie a shawl. So there's so many ways you could tie it any way you like. It's big enough. But what I like about it is, what I like about this yarn is that it has a nice weight to it. And you can see my stitch definition. So I think it's pretty. It's a copper color. It's not shiny. It's just cotton thread. And I wet it. I did a wet blocking. So I love it. I think, I don't know. I think this still might be mine. And I don't even have the fringe. I don't think it needs it. I think it's more sporty. Like, what, casual chic? I don't know. You could wear it with, I guess you could wear it dressed up too. And this is how it's going to hang. It hangs really nice. I have to stand up and show you. And look at the pattern. Ursala. This is such a great pattern. I love it. They're simple. They're double crochets, single crochets, and one more. Is there half doubles in here? No, I never remember. Double crochets, single crochets, oh, and chains. That's it. So it's double, single, chains. Lots of chaining, which gives you that open, lacy feel. You want me to try the green one on too, so you can see how it drapes? It's so much softer, the green one. Let me hang this one up. The reason why I'm hanging them up because I like seeing the weave stay open. So I figure if I hang it, it'll just get more open. And let me put this green one on. I'll put it on the standard way we wear shawl before I stand up. I'm trying to keep it down to a minimum. You don't need to see my shape. But this is how it looks. Let me step back here. And it's really sizable and it's nicely draped. I love the colors. I mean, I have pink on. Don't look at it, V. V is Veronica. She's a lady who has a channel called Steals the Show Crochet and Chef. And the color I have on, the pink, is her least favorite color. So we all tease her about it. But I think it's a beautiful pattern. Anybody who makes this is going to be happy with the results. I added a few extra rows in this one because I didn't want it short. Let me see if I put it on this way, what happens. See, I love that green came into that. So it's not a pale turquoisey color. Don't laugh at me, folks. You're going to see me struggling with this shawl. This is not the best thing I do. I never know how to put shawls on. Okay, so just let it fall where it may, right? And then see, it is nice with the fringe though, I think. And this is not the fringe that was on the pattern. That's the only thing I changed other than adding extra rows. I changed the fringe because I thought this is what she had, and then when I looked at the pattern, I saw she had baubles. And then the other one, which I was going to do the baubles, I ran out of yarn. So it's not working either way with me for the fringe. So what I made was a chain and a picot. So it's chain and picot. And then I did chain and picot all the way around. But I think it still looks just as nice. You could wear it either way you want. You could wear it as just as a scarf, which is this. It's very comfortable. This is 50%. I believe it's 50% cotton. And where is that? Oh, it's 50% cotton. And where is it? It did say what it was. Why can't you ever find this stuff when you need it? Oh, because it's on the front. All right, it's 45% cotton, and the 55% is acrylic, which means it's gonna wash better. And you know how cotton kind of sometimes gets a little fuzzy and soft and spongy, but with the acrylic, it shouldn't do that. I would think that's why it stayed so nice on my needle, my hook. It worked really nice on the hook. There's slightly a little splitting, but I had a bigger hook, so it didn't split. I used clover, so I had a clover 5. On this one, I believe I used the clover 5. Yeah, I didn't use the 6, I used the 5. Because I wanted to keep it open, so I didn't want to go smaller, because smaller would have made it tighter. And I already crochet, not tight, but it's not loose either. Not as loose as some. I guess it's medium, right? But so this is the colors. This is how your colors are going to show, especially if you use this one. I favor this one. The other one, it worked out really nice too. I was surprised. I don't like using the real stringy fine one, yarn or thread, which would be a 2. Probably a 2. This is actually a 2, but that one is not acrylic. That's 100% cotton. So I'm going to get off now that I showed you all the shawls that I made, and I hope to try it. And I think Ursula's pattern was so easy to read. She gave you the counts for every row, and they worked out perfectly. Not that you had to stay so harsh, because the pattern that she gave you, it's a little forgiving. She even tells you how to fix the, you know, if you have a miscount. She even tells you where to worry and where not to worry. So try this one, and thank you, Ursula. And I hope you enjoy seeing your pattern worked up. And I'll be back. And don't forget to smash the like button. It's not actually a button. It's a little hand. It's a little hand. That's why I always do that. And you can share, comment. And if you comment, I try and answer every comment that I get. Even if it's later, I'll still go back and check it. I don't have so many comments that I can't keep up with it right now, so I can do it. And keep crocheting and be kind and walk in the beauty of the day. Bye-bye.